Here's something you don't see every day. A 1938 John Deere Unstyled B that has been raised up on stilts to put a sprayer tank under the main frame. This rare modification helped this tractor to stand out from the crowd at the Aumann Fall Harvest Auction.
It's one that we get a lot of questions on. Somebody, especially for shows, guys want something a little different and something that they can talk with people about, and it gets people interested. So this is something that piques a lot of people's interest. So it of course gets a lot of people's eyes on it, and that crowds gather around that type of stuff. John Deere they didn't sell any of these like this, so this was something that it was kind of a need-based thing for the farmer, and he made it work with what he had. I would imagine this was probably done in the 40s and 50s, maybe. When maybe they had gotten a different tractor and kind of upgraded from a hand start to maybe an electric start, but still needed a sprayer rig. So they probably went in the shed and saw that they had this in there and decided that, well, we can make that work.
The tractor has been shown at 2 John Deere Expos in Waterloo, Iowa, and the Two-Cylinder Club gave it the Certified Expo Quality Award due to its excellent operating condition. As you can imagine, since the tractor is 9.5 feet tall, it takes a little bit of work to get into the driver's seat.
It actually does have a set of stairs built in the back that you have to crawl up and kind of get seated, and it is way up there, so it takes I think it's 4 steps or something that you have to walk up, and you can tell when you get up there that you're sitting pretty high. It's like if you can imagine standing on top of a ladder and then driving around on it, that's what it looks like.
The back wheels are John Deere Model D factory spokes, and they're chain driven, powered from the rear wheel sprocket.
The way it's adapted is actually kind of neat. I mean, they used as much of it as they could. And then the chain drive system, they had to get it basically from the power from the original hubs all the way down to the bottom there, so to the new drive wheels. So they kind of just cut the around the hub, cut the spokes out, and then put a gear or a sprocket there and attached it to it, and away they went. So, but everything else is pretty much original. Even the front pedestal and steering, that's all the same, except they just extended the tube down. It took somebody sitting down and figuring out, okay, well, how do we do this? And it really kind of shows, the thought process. It's always interesting to see new stuff like this, because it's the different stuff that it kind of gets us excited, because we like to see stuff like that, different adaptations, because it shows the history of the ag business. I mean, and the times, really, because it's something that guys needed and wanted, and so they made it work at that time. That it wasn't available, so it was served a purpose, and they had it done that way.
This tractor starts by hand, but don't worry, you don't need extra long arms to get it running.
When it first came in, I thought, wow, that's going to be really difficult. Do you sit up there? But actually, it's kind of just riding it up enough to where you can kind of grab onto the flywheel and spin it over. Of course, you don't want to be doing that for too long, because that's. But as long as it's starting well, it works out pretty easy.
The tractor brought in $8,925 at the Fall Harvest Auction and now becomes a unique part of someone's collection. The team at Aumann Auctions was excited when the previous owner decided it was time to let someone else take care of this machine.
It was something that he paraded a lot, because everybody wants to have the tallest tractor in the parade. So it's one that he had, and he decided that it was time for him to kind of move on. So he decided to let somebody else have some fun with it.
Thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If green is your scene, be sure to check out these other classic stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep those classic tractor stories rolling.